Hello children, my name is Mr. Victor and I'm excited to be with you once again. So today we are going to be discussing research. Now research is a very interesting topic because we can't do without searching for information in our world of today. We live in a global world whereby we learn new things every day. So we need to learn the skill of searching for information online, or we are going to be learning different ways by which we can source for information. Now, at the end of this lesson, we should be able to learn how to explain research, use IT, gadgets and software for research, explore different ways of using computer for research, use a search engine to search for information online. Good. Before we talk about research, I want us to discuss internet browser. Now, the internet browser is a type of software that allows you to find and view websites on the internet. Before you can carry out a research online, you need to understand internet browsers. Now, there are softwares that we use to visit web pages on the internet. Now, we have so many examples of internet browsers. The most common one we have are Google Chrome, Safari, Opera Mini, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, and so on. These softwares are useful because before you can research online, you need to have one of these browsers installed on your device. So internet browsers are computer programs that allows us to visit websites. And if we are carrying out research online, all this information we are searching for are all stored on these different websites that we visit. So the internet browsers are very important. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is what is research. Research is a way of searching or looking for information on the internet or via other ways. So the process of you searching for information is what we refer to as what? Research. When you look for information, what are you doing in your research? You are researching. Let's say, for instance, your teacher gives you an assignment and you're not really familiar with that particular topic. What do? You go on to carry out a research, either online or you read books to get information about that particular topic that you are given an assignment on. So research is a way of searching or looking for information, not just on the internet. We have other ways by which we carry out research, and we are going to be talking about them shortly. Now, what are the methods of research? Basically, we have two. The first one is traditional method and the second one is the technological method. Now, let's start with the traditional method. Before the advent of the internet and computers, human beings have been making research. Now, before the invention of the computers, ask yourself, how have we been carrying out research? There are different ways by which human beings carry out research before the invention of the internet or the computers we use today. Now, some of these ways are, the first one is in the library. Now, if you know, I'm sure most of us have libraries in our various schools. What do? We go to libraries to read books. So researchers then, what they do is that they read books to search for information. Let's say they have a problem or they have a topic or there's something that they want to get more information about. What do? They read books. So, and these books, we mostly find them in what? In the libraries. So we have library, we have archive, and we have face-to-face contact. Now let's explain this one after the other. Libraries. A library or room containing collection of books, periodicals, and sometimes films and recorded music for use or borrowing to be returned after use. When you go to the library to read books, these books, you don't just take them home and keep them at home. After you're done reading them, what do? You return them back to the library. The library is one of the ways we research before the invention of the computer, because we have books in the library and these books contain so many informations. Now, apart from the library, one of the ways by which we also research is face-to-face conversation. Sometimes we have professors, we have scholars who are very knowledgeable in a particular field, and you need information about a particular topic. What do? You go and meet this scholar or the professor and you have a face-to-face contact or conversation with him, and it gives you the information that you are searching for. These were ways by which humans carry out research before the invention of the internet. Now we have archives. When we say archives, they are collections of historical documents or recordings providing information about a place, institution, or group of people. Now, they are archives. These archives are places where people store information. And whenever anybody or any researcher want to carry out a research, what do? They go to this archive to get this information. So these are various ways by which humans carry out research before the invention of our computers and the internet. Now, I want to introduce us to some of the offline softwares we use for research. Now, if I say research, the first thing that comes to our mind is Google. But let me tell you, we have offline research software that we can use to carry out research. And some of them are right here in front of us. The first one we have here is Cetera Map Study software. The second one is EncounterKit software. And the third one here is Britannica Encyclopedia software. EncounterKit and Britannica software, they are encyclopedia software. This software have information about different topics. I'm going to be showing us the encyclopedia software. I will launch it and we are going to interface with the application. So if you want to carry out a research online, you have to be connected to the internet. That's the first thing that needs to be done. But what if you don't have internet access? What do? If you have any of this software, the Britannica and the EncounterKit software, if you have this software installed on your computer system, all you just need to do is to just launch the software and carry out your research. Now let's just have a short practical session here. I'm going to launch the EncounterKit software. And please, before you can use this software, you need to download it from the internet. The link to download this software will be in the description of this video. Now, once you've downloaded it, this is the interface of the EncounterKit software. Now, on this search bar here, let's say for instance, I want to search for countries in Africa. So I type countries. Let's assume I don't know the countries in Africa. I'll just type countries in Africa. And what do? I click on this and it gives me different options. Let me click on the first one. Wow. These are the countries in Africa. Now, if I ask some of us to mention the countries in Africa, maybe we might just be able to mention maybe a few. But with this, we have all the list of countries, and not just the countries, their capital, the population, and even their landmass. All this information is right here in front of us, and we are not even connected to the internet. Wow, that's incredible. So we can actually use this EncounterKit software to carry out this type of research. Now, remember I said the EncounterKit is an encyclopedia software. So let me go back home. Now, if you are looking for information about animals, you can click on animals. You see the different information that we have here. Different kinds of animals, science, sports, art, reading and writing, people, places. If I click on places, for instance, it takes me, I will just come, let me click on continent and region here. Now look at the continent and region that we have here. You see, you can actually explore this. There are so many things that we can learn using this EncounterKit software. So please and please, I implore you to actually have this software on your computer. That's if you don't have access to the internet. Now let's go back to our slide, because this is just one of the ways we carry out research. So now let's look at technology, the technological method of research. Now we are in a modern age where if you want to search for anything, information is at our fingertips. So the technological method of research here is, let me first explain some things here for us to understand. The internet is a useful tool for researching and communicating about various kinds of topics. There's nothing that you want to search for today on the internet that you will not find. Any topic at all, you can find it on the internet. You can sit in your home here and communicate or get any kind of information that you want. That's how powerful the internet is. So we can communicate with individuals sitting in distant regions via the internet. The internet has the internet has been very useful to humanity in learning and researching using search engine. Now that takes us to the next thing we want to talk about, which is what? Search engine. Now when we say search engine, if you want to carry out a research, you need to know the different examples of search engine that we have. Now when we say search engine are used to make research on the internet. Remember we said research means to explore, to look for, or to search for things. So search engines are basically websites where we use to carry out this research that we are talking about. Now if you look at some of the examples of search engines that we have, the number one search engine in the world today is Google. I'm sure we are all familiar with Google. So Google is a search engine. Apart from Google, we have Bing, we have Yahoo, we have Ask.com, we have Wikipedia, we have lots of them. But in this class, we are going to be making use of what? Google, because Google is the #1 search engine in the world. So before you can access any of this search engine, #1, we discussed earlier on about internet browsers. So you need to have one of the internet browsers installed on your computer before you can carry out your research. So what do? I have Google Chrome installed on my computer, so all I just need to do is to launch it. Yes, so this is my Google Chrome. On the address bar here, I can now type any of this search engine that I want to use, but let us use Google. So what do I do on the address bar? I just type google.com and I click enter. Google.com and I click enter. And it brings me, or it takes me directly to Google. It takes me directly to Google. Now here we can search for anything we want to search. Now let's search for classes of food. Let's say you are given an assignment to mention, let's say 3 examples of all the classes of food. But first of all, we need to know what the classes of food are. So what do? You go to the search bar. This is the search bar of Google here. Then you type classes of food and you click on it. Making you type classes of food, it will give you different options here. You can even see that the first option we have here is what? We have, there are 7 main classes of nutrients that the body needs. They are carbohydrates, protein, fat, vitamins, mineral, fiber, and water. Now let's look at this particular website or this blog here. Now apart from this one, we have other options that you can actually click on. But because of time, let's just click on this one here. So I click on this. So you can see that you need your internet browser. And now that we are using the internet browser, all the information that we are searching for are on different websites. Okay, so what we are doing right now, we are carrying out a research on the classes of food. So let's go down. So all you just need to do is just to read through this information that is on this blog or this website to get the information that you are looking for. And if you go through it, you are unable to get what you're looking for, what do? You go back to the option page and you scroll down to different other options that you can select that will suit the information that you are looking for. So I scroll down. Looking at this, let me see if it will actually give me what I want. Okay, look at this table. This is perfect. So we have the classes of food, we even have the sources, and we have the functions. See, we have carbohydrates, we have protein, and you can see all the examples of these classes of food that we have here. So for carbohydrates, we have grains, you have wheat, you have flour, you have yam. For proteins, you have egg, fish, beans, you have beef, you have yogurt, and so on. For fat and oil, for fiber, for minerals, for vitamins, and then the last one here is water. So this is how you carry out a research. This is how you carry out a research. I believe you enjoyed today's class. So at this point, I will stop here. And I want you guys to watch this video again so that you can understand it better. And please, I implore us to carry out research every day. We have information on the internet that we can get for free. So anytime you are taught any topic or anytime you are introduced to something that you don't really understand, what do? You research. So you can go to any of the search engine and you type the topic that you are trying to research on, and Google will give you that information. So thank you for watching today's video. I believe you enjoyed today's class, and we will see ourselves next week. Bye for now.